Hey, Pro-Life Jen! This is a special episode of Explicitly Pro-Life, where Kristan Hawkins goes over the urgent news that just broke regarding chemical abortion pills. Here's a hint. A federal court admitted the FDA has been lying and that chemical abortion pills do harm women, and no one is talking about how it also harms the environment. Stay tuned to get the full view.
What's going on? Why is she live? So coming live because I wanted you to get the straight facts of what's happening. So I was awoken about an hour and a half ago by our general counsel at Students for Life with about a 40-page legal document that just came out from the Fifth Circuit. So as you all will remember, on Good Friday, a federal judge in Texas ruled that the FDA's 2000 approval of mifepristone, the first pill in the chemical abortion pill cocktail, the one that starves the child and actually kills the child, ruled that their okaying of the drug, the approval of the drug was stayed, meaning that they were going to have to go back and reapprove the drug because in 2000 they used a protocol they used for HIV and AIDS drugs that are for people that are in a life-threatening circumstance. They labeled pregnancy a life-threatening disease and then approved the drug without actually doing the rigorous testing and approval to make sure these drugs were safe. So that happened on Friday. Then a Washington state judge said, these Democrat governors like to kill babies. They don't care how many women die. They should be legal. Sadly, but true. So the Washington state federal judge said these should be legal. And they should be, don't pay attention. And then we had, HHS Secretary Javier Becerra go on national TV, AOC, and all these Democrats this weekend saying basically the federal government and the Biden administration should just ignore a federal judge, anarchy, and just not listen, like literally anarchy. So this morning, I guess it was this morning, or late last night, depending on when this went out, the Fifth Circuit of Appeal. So that's like we have circuit courts and then there are decisions, and like when they get split circuits, it goes up to Supreme Court. So like one removed court from the Supreme Court, the Fifth Circuit ruled basically a partial victory for the pro-life movement. So what they said was that the doctors, the pro-life doctors, the OBGYNs, the emergency room doctors that had filed a suit saying chemical abortions aren't safe, we're the ones who have to treat these women, were correct, that these drugs are not safe. So the Fifth Circuit said that the FDA's approval of mifepristone 2000 can stay, meaning it's still approved. However, every single safety regulation that the FDA and Danco, the made-up corporation that was created in America to do one thing, and that was to produce chemical abortion pills, when they approved this drug in 2000, the FDA and Danco got together and basically wrote a patient consent form saying that 2 to 7% of women who ingest these drugs are could experience a life-threatening incomplete abortion, which with 5 million women who've taken chemical abortions pills since 2000, that means 100 to like 350,000 women have had life-threatening circumstances and had to have sought emergency care. And the FDA in 2000 also put this black box warning on chemical abortion pills that they do on other pills that are life-threatening, that can actually are serious and cause end of life. So the federal court and this 40-some page legal document use the FDA's own words, their own black box warning, their own patient advisory form that they wrote with their friends at the Danco, the company that manufactures abortion pills. They use their own words to say, look, while you all can approve this drug and you can make up your own rules for approving drug, you can't deny that your own words are that this drug isn't safe. So the FDA has actually claimed, and the DOJ, the weaponized FDA and DOJ and the Biden administration have actually claimed and tried, and I heard this yesterday from a Wall Street Journal reporter, it's all over the media, that chemical abortion pills are safer than ibuprofen and Tylenol. And the court eviscerates that, completely demolishes that claim. They have been lying to us. Chemical abortion pills are not safer than ibuprofen or Tylenol. How do we simply know this? Well, let's just see. Tylenol and ibuprofen don't come with a black box warning saying ingesting this pill may be a potentially life-threatening situation for you. Doesn't do that. So therefore, these drugs are unsafe. So let me recap. Mifepristone, the first pill in the chemical abortion cocktail, the first drug that actually ends the life of the child, which the New York Times did this glowing review of the father of the abortion pill back in March. This pill that was literally developed by a French scientist who was working for an IG farming company who literally produced gas for Nazis to kill people in the Holocaust. This French doctor created this drug with the intention to end life. That's the only way that this drug is being used. Some people are saying this drug can be used to treat cancer and other illnesses. Nope. The second drug in the chemical abortion cocktail, mifepristone, can be used to treat other illnesses, although people don't do that because it's the consequences of using that drug are so painful. Mifepristone, though, the first drug, this drug that we're all talking about, I'm just saying this because some congressmen and senators are having a hard time keeping up with the facts. Mifepristone was only developed to do one thing, and that was to end pregnancies, to kill babies. So the FDA said that the Fifth Court said the FDA's approval of mifepristone can remain in play. However, all the safety standards, they have to revert back to all of the safety standards that they originally said back in 2000, meaning this pill can only be prescribed for women who are pregnant and their children are 7 weeks or younger, not 10 weeks, not 12 weeks. This drug now, to prescribe this drug, you can't prescribe this drug through the mail. You cannot have women just going to pharmacies, picking up this drug and never seeing a doctor. In fact, the FDA in 2000 said she had to see the doctor at least 3 times for the first pill, the second pill, and then for a follow-up. She's also going to have to get a blood test and ultrasound to make sure she's not experiencing a life-threatening ectopic pregnancy, to make sure she's not Rh negative. Have you heard me say these things before? I think you have. This is huge, because this stops mail order abortions, and this affirms and shows the entire American culture that what we have been saying for 22 years in the pro-life movement, that chemical abortions are unsafe, they are dangerous, and the abortion lobby and Democrats continue to put access to abortion over the actual safety of mothers in our country. This ruling completely affirms all of that. All of it. So, what do you guys need to do? I know there's a lot. I've been trying to write an email to all of our Students for Life supporters and Students for Life leaders and grassroots activists about what's been happening. And I got up this morning actually to finally write the email. And then this happened. So now I'm going to have to go back and rewrite it. There's a lot going on, but what you need to know is chemical abortions are unsafe. The Fifth Circuit proved it using the FDA's own words today. So what you need to do is you need to spread the word. Chemical abortions are not safer than Tylenol. They are not safer than ibuprofen. If Tylenol and ibuprofen were on par, were equal to chemical abortion pills, they would have to have a black box warning. This means now we know the abortion lobby is completely unhinged. They're resorting to violence on campuses. Don't even get me started with my spring tour and all the stops I have coming from my spring tour next week, and the thousands of dollars schools are trying to force me to pay for my own security because they know that the abortion lobby is completely unhinged. They're unhinged. They're becoming violent. So I fully expect the, Javier Becerra, the HHS secretary, Merrick Garland, the weaponized secretary of DOJ, the same guy, who's over a bunch of stuff and labeling Catholics radicals and potential terrorist threats. I fully expect they're going to try to go to another circuit and try to get a different ruling, creating a split circuit decision, which means this will end up at the Supreme Court. And some people don't like that. People are concerned about, Supreme Court. What will the Supreme Court do? Roberts is a little bit of a squish. Well, majorly a squish. I think bring it on. At this point. bring it on. Let's actually have a real discussion about chemical abortion in our country. We don't have a national abortion reporting law. We don't have that. So we actually don't actually have, when people are like, oh, chemical abortion safe. Yeah, okay, show me the study. Show me the in detailed study where chemical abortion is safe. There isn't one because we don't have a national abortion reporting law. So bring it on. Let's have an actual discussion because the internet is filled. Pregnancy chat rooms across the internet. We have found this at thisischemicalabortion.com. You can download a 70-page PDF we put together of women who just unsolicited are going into pregnancy chat rooms warning other women not to take chemical abortion pills. Some women who are actually pro-choice themselves and saying they don't regret their abortion, but they're warning other women not to take these pills. They're that dangerous. So I don't know. There's a lot to unpack. I'll be writing an email. If you're not subscribed to Students for Life's email list, what the heck? What are you doing? Go to studentsforlife.org, sign up. Go to thisischemicalabortion.com as soon as possible. There's a bunch of shareable media. We did a docuseries with a lot of the doctors who are actually in this lawsuit talking about the dangerous side effects of chemical abortion. These are short, they're 5-minute episodes. There's 5 or 6 of them. Watch them, share that on social media. That's all at thisischemicalabortion.com. You can also print out letters to pharmacists, pharmacy workers about how dangerous these drugs are. All of your action items are at thisischemicalabortion.com, but make sure you sign up for the Students for Life email list because I'll, at some point today, I've got back-to-back meetings and I have to fly to Allentown or something. But at some point today, Kristan's going to stop what she's doing, write an email, and I will try to lay this all out for you in a sequential order and what this means. But this is it's not a full victory, but this is a pretty good win. This is a pretty good win for the pro-life movement. And I think bottom line, it's a pretty good victory for women. Because I know babies are going to be saved by this. The more we can amplify this out, the more we can show American women that chemical abortion pills are not safe. They are dangerous. The abortion industry is lying to you. They're willing to put profit over your safety. The more women are going to go, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can find help. Maybe I don't have to ingest these drugs. So babies will be saved. Women will be spared the pain and trauma of abortion. But it's up to us to amplify this and to make it known across the country. Chemical abortions are not safer than Tylenol. They are not safer than ibuprofen. And the FDA's own black box warning, own patient advisory form proves it.